Have you ever wondered about the profound effects trauma can have on an individual's life? Trauma can leave a deep and pervasive impact on a person's emotional, psychological, and physical well-being. It's like a silent storm that sweeps through an individual's life, shifting their perception of the world and themselves. And yet, despite its profound effects, trauma is often misunderstood or dismissed. This can lead to a sense of isolation and self-blame among those who have experienced it. But the reality is that trauma is real, and its impact is significant. It's not just something that happens in the mind, it's a lived experience that affects every aspect of an individual's life. Acknowledging trauma is not about dwelling on the past, but about validating the individual's experience and recognizing its impact. This acknowledgement is the first step towards breaking the silence that often surrounds trauma. It's about creating a safe space where individuals can express their feelings and experiences without fear of judgment. Imagine holding a glass of water. The longer you hold it, the heavier it becomes. The same goes for trauma. The longer it remains unacknowledged, the heavier its burden becomes. Acknowledging trauma is like putting the glass down. It's a way of saying, I see you, I hear you, your experience is real, and it matters. This acknowledgement doesn't need to be grand or dramatic. It can be as simple as a conversation with a trusted friend or writing in a journal. It's about giving voice to the voiceless, making the invisible visible, and creating a space where healing can begin. Once this acknowledgement is established, it opens the door to seeking professional help, building a support network, prioritizing self-care, and understanding trauma. These steps are part of a systematic and comprehensive approach to trauma recovery, addressing the emotional, psychological, and physical dimensions of well-being. So remember, acknowledging trauma is not just about recognizing its existence, it's about validating the individual's experience, breaking the silence, and paving the way for healing. Because trauma may be a part of an individual's story, but it doesn't have to define their future. Acknowledgement is the first crucial step in breaking the silence surrounding trauma and initiating the healing process. Scene script. Seeking professional help is a vital step in dealing with trauma. But why is it so important, you might ask? Well, let's delve into that. Trauma can be like a complex puzzle, with pieces scattered, some hidden deep within our minds. It's not always easy to put it together on our own. That's where professional help comes in. Therapists are like skilled puzzle solvers, trained to help us find and piece together these fragments, creating a clearer understanding of our experiences. One such approach utilized by professionals is trauma-informed therapy. This isn't a one-size-fits-all methodology. Rather, it's a collection of practices that respect and acknowledge the impact of trauma on an individual's life. Two commonly used trauma-informed therapies are cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, and eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, known as EMDR. CBT is a type of psychotherapy that helps individuals understand how their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors interact. The therapist works collaboratively with the individual to identify negative thought patterns that may have developed as a result of trauma. Together, they challenge these thoughts and reframe them in a healthier, more adaptive way. This process helps the individual develop effective coping strategies, enabling them to manage their trauma symptoms and reduce their distress. On the other hand, EMDR is a unique therapy that uses eye movements to help the brain process traumatic memories. It's like hitting the refresh button on a frozen computer screen. It helps the brain restart and process the trauma. This form of therapy can be particularly effective for those who have trouble talking about their traumatic experiences. Working with a trained therapist can be immensely helpful in navigating the sea of emotions that often accompanies trauma. They provide a safe and nurturing environment, allowing individuals to explore their feelings without fear of judgment. Therapists can help individuals develop healthy coping mechanisms, build resilience, and promote overall well-being. Moreover, therapists can help individuals understand their trauma and its effects, empowering them to take control of their healing process. They can provide education about the neurobiological and psychological impacts of trauma, reducing self-blame and fostering a sense of control. This understanding can be a powerful tool in the healing journey, helping individuals make sense of their experiences and promoting self-compassion. In essence, seeking professional help is like hiring a guide for a challenging hike. They have the skills, knowledge, and experience to help you navigate the terrain, avoid pitfalls, and reach your destination. They can't walk the path for you, but they can certainly make the journey less daunting and more manageable. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. There's no shame in seeking professional assistance. In fact, it's a sign of strength and self-love. It shows that you're ready to take charge of your healing journey, that you're committed to your well-being. So, let's recap. Therapy provides effective tools and strategies to cope with traumatic experiences and guides you through the healing process. It's like having a trusted ally by your side, helping you navigate through the storm towards a calmer, healthier future. No man is an island. This couldn't be truer when dealing with trauma. Trauma, in its many forms, can feel isolating. It can make the world seem like a maze where every path leads to a dead end. But remember, we are social beings, wired for connection and companionship. That's why building a robust support network is a key part of the healing process. Imagine having a safety net of people who understand your struggles, who've walked in your shoes, and who are there to catch you when you stumble. That's what a support network is. It's a community that surrounds you with empathy, understanding, and shared experiences. So, how do you build this network? Start with the people closest to you, friends and family. These are the individuals who know you best, who care about your well-being, and who want to see you heal. Open up to them, share your experiences, let them into your world. The power of a comforting word or a listening ear should not be underestimated. But what if those closest to you don't understand your experiences? That's where support groups come in. These are gatherings of individuals who've faced similar situations. They provide a platform where you can express your feelings without fear of judgment. They offer a unique kind of empathy, the kind that comes from shared experiences. But remember, building a support network doesn't happen overnight. It's like weaving a tapestry, one thread at a time. Each conversation, each shared experience, each act of empathy adds a thread to this network. And over time, these threads form a strong, resilient fabric that can support you in your healing journey. What's the beauty of a support network? It's reciprocal. As you receive support, you also have the opportunity to give it. There's a certain empowerment in being able to help someone else navigate their journey. It reminds you of your strength, your resilience, and your capacity to overcome. Of course, a support network isn't a replacement for professional help. It's a complement to it. While therapists equip you with the tools to navigate your trauma, a support network provides the emotional scaffolding that holds you up as you do the work. So, as you navigate your healing journey, remember that you're not alone. Surround yourself with people who understand, who empathize, and who support you. Lean on them when the going gets tough. Draw strength from their shared experiences. And most importantly, remember that it's okay to ask for help. In this journey of healing from trauma, your support network is your tribe. They are your safe space, your sounding board, your comfort zone. The more you lean on them, the stronger you become, and the lighter your burden feels. Building a support network is an essential step in the journey of healing from trauma. It's about creating connections, fostering understanding, and promoting empathy. It's about finding your tribe and leaning on them in times of need. A strong support network fosters empathy and creates a supportive environment for healing. Self-care is not a luxury. It's a necessity, especially when dealing with trauma. It's an essential component in the journey of trauma recovery, laying the groundwork for healing and growth. When we talk about self-care, we're not just referring to bubble baths and spa days. Although those can certainly be part of it, self-care is about much more. It's about prioritizing your physical and mental well-being, giving yourself permission to put your needs first. Physical well-being is an integral part of self-care. This could mean incorporating regular exercise into your routine, be it a brisk walk around the block, a yoga session, or a dance class. Exercise can help reduce stress and anxiety, boost mood, and improve sleep, all of which are crucial when navigating the path of trauma recovery. Alongside exercise, maintaining a balanced diet is paramount. Fueling your body with nutritious food can boost your energy, improve your mood, and enhance your overall health. Remember, your body is a vehicle for healing. Giving it the right fuel can make the journey smoother. Relaxation techniques are another vital aspect of self-care. This could involve deep breathing exercises, progressive muscle relaxation, or guided imagery. These techniques can help manage stress, reduce anxiety, and promote relaxation. They can provide a much-needed break from the often overwhelming emotions associated with trauma. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation or journaling, can also contribute to self-care. These practices can help you stay present, focus on the here and now, and decrease rumination on past events. They can also help you tune into your body, recognize stress signals, and respond to them in a healthier way. Mental well-being, too, is a key facet of self-care. This could involve setting boundaries, saying no when necessary, and carving out time for activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. It's about giving yourself space to heal, to rest, to just be. Remember, self-care is not about being selfish. It's about recognizing your needs and taking steps to meet them. It's about creating a routine that supports your well-being and promotes healing. It's about developing resilience and fostering a sense of empowerment. And while self-care can feel challenging, especially when dealing with trauma, it's important to be gentle with yourself. Start small. Choose one self-care activity to incorporate into your routine and gradually build from there. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress. Self-care is a journey, not a destination. It's about continuously tuning into your needs and adjusting your self-care routine as necessary. It's about honoring yourself, respecting your boundaries, and prioritizing your well-being. Establishing healthy habits helps manage stress, regulate emotions, and promote overall well-being. So, take a step today towards prioritizing self-care. You are worth it. And remember, healing is possible, and you don't have to do it alone. Scene script: knowledge is power. Understanding trauma and its effects can be empowering. Trauma is not just an emotional or psychological experience. It has a profound impact on our neurobiology, the way our brain functions, and how we perceive the world around us. When we undergo a traumatic event, our brain's stress response system is activated, releasing a cascade of hormones and neurotransmitters. This flood of chemicals can alter the way our brain processes information, leading to changes in our memory, attention, and emotional responses. The amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for our fight or flight response, can become overactive, making us more responsive to potential threats. The prefrontal cortex, which helps us think logically and control our impulses, may become less active. This imbalance can lead to symptoms like hypervigilance, intrusive thoughts, and emotional dysregulation, often seen in individuals who have experienced trauma. But why is it essential to understand these neurobiological changes? Well, it's because knowledge about what's happening inside our brain can help us make sense of our experiences. When we understand that our reactions are not signs of weakness or failure, but a normal response to abnormal events, we can start to reduce self-blame and foster a sense of control over our healing process. Psychologically, trauma can also lead to negative thought patterns and beliefs. For instance, survivors might believe they are at fault for the traumatic event, or that the world is an inherently dangerous place. Understanding these psychological impacts can be a stepping stone towards challenging these beliefs and developing healthier thought patterns. Education is not only beneficial for those directly affected by trauma, but also for their support network and the wider community. Friends, family members, teachers, employers, when they understand the effects of trauma, they can respond with empathy and patience, rather than judgment or misunderstanding. They can provide a safe and supportive environment that validates the survivor's experiences and fosters their recovery. Moreover, institutions like schools, workplaces, and healthcare facilities can benefit from adopting trauma-informed practices. This means recognizing the prevalence of trauma and understanding how it can affect individuals' behavior, health, and relationships. It involves creating safe and supportive environments, offering resources for help, and avoiding re-traumatization. In essence, understanding trauma and its effects is about breaking down the stigma and misconceptions surrounding it. It's about empowering survivors with the knowledge they need to navigate their healing journey. And it's about fostering a society that acknowledges, validates, and supports those affected by trauma. Education about trauma-informed practices can create a more supportive environment for those affected by trauma. Healing from trauma is a journey, not a sprint. And it's a journey that often doesn't follow a straight line. This is the core understanding that we need to embrace when it comes to the process of healing from trauma. It is not a linear progression where we move from point A to point B in a straightforward, predictable manner. Rather, it is a winding path full of ups and downs, forward movements and backward slides, victories and setbacks. The first thing we need to understand is the importance of patience. Healing takes time. It's not something that happens overnight or even in a few weeks or months. It's a process that unfolds over time, often in ways that are slow and subtle. Patience in this context is about giving ourselves the time and space we need to heal without rushing the process or setting unrealistic expectations. Alongside patience, self-compassion is a critical component of the healing journey. Many people who have experienced trauma tend to be hard on themselves. They may blame themselves for what happened or feel guilty for not being able to get over it quickly. But self-blame and guilt are not only unhelpful, but they can also be harmful. What we need instead is self-compassion. We need to be kind to ourselves, to recognize that it's okay to be hurt, it's okay to struggle, and it's okay to need time to heal. Resilience is another key factor in the non-linear journey of healing. Resilience is about bouncing back from adversity, about finding ways to cope with challenges and setbacks. It's about realizing that even when we stumble or fall, we can pick ourselves up and continue moving forward. And resilience is not something we're either born with or not. It's a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time, through practices like mindfulness, self-care, and positive self-talk. In this journey, it's important to remember that setbacks, triggers, or relapses are not failures. They are part of the process. They are signs that there are still areas that need healing, that there are still issues that need to be addressed. When we encounter these challenges, it's not a sign that we're not making progress. Instead, it's an opportunity for us to learn more about ourselves, to deepen our understanding of our trauma, and to refine our coping strategies. So as we navigate this non-linear journey of healing, let's remember to be patient with ourselves, to practice self-compassion, and to cultivate resilience. Let's remember that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities for growth and learning. And let's remember that, no matter how winding or rocky the path may be, we are not alone. We have our therapists, our support networks, and our inner resources to guide us and support us along the way. Through a systematic approach that addresses all dimensions of trauma, individuals can reclaim their lives and build a foundation for lasting recovery. Dealing with trauma requires a systematic approach that addresses the emotional, psychological, social, and physical aspects of an individual's well-being. As we've explored in this video, the journey to heal from trauma is multifaceted and deeply personal. It begins with acknowledging and validating the traumatic experience. Remember, your feelings are valid, and it's okay to break the silence, to express your experiences without fear of judgment. This step is crucial in initiating the healing process. And while acknowledgement is the first step, it's just as vital to seek professional assistance. Therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy or eye movement desensitization and reprocessing can provide effective tools and coping strategies. A trained therapist can guide you through your emotions, help you reframe your thoughts, and equip you with healthy mechanisms to handle your experiences. In tandem with therapy, it's essential to build a support network. Friends, family, support groups, they can all provide a sense of community and understanding. There's comfort in shared experiences, in knowing you're not alone. This social support can foster resilience and be a cornerstone in your recovery. Don't forget the importance of self-care. Prioritizing your physical and mental well-being can make a world of difference. Whether it's through relaxation techniques, mindfulness practices, regular exercise, or a balanced diet, Taking care of yourself can help manage stress, regulate emotions, and promote overall health. Understanding trauma and its effects is empowering. Education about the neurobiological and psychological impacts of trauma can provide a sense of control over your healing process. It can also reduce self-blame and foster understanding within communities and institutions, creating a more supportive environment for those affected by trauma. And finally, remember that healing from trauma isn't a linear journey. There might be setbacks, triggers, or relapses, and that's okay. Patience and self-compassion are your allies in this journey. Remember, your journey is unique and it's okay to seek help. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more.